Hello, boys and girls. Today, our math lesson is going to be all about using place value to mentally solve a multiplication expression. So go ahead and title your notes page as I have titled the video. All right, so we're going to start out with the problem. 8 times 31. So go ahead and write that problem down in your notebook. All right, so let's talk about what that problem would look like if we were going to illustrate it with a model. So, first of all, I can represent this problem two different ways. So 8 times 31 means that I could make 8 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all with 31 in them. And so on. Or I could do 31 groups, all with 8 in them. So thinking about that, let's say that we're going to start out with 8 groups of 31 in them. Now, what fact do I know could help me solve 8 times 31? Maybe it's not 8 times 31. Maybe we do 8 times 30, because 8 times 31 is pretty close. And we did this the other day in our lesson on Monday. We talked about using the numbers that we do know are simple facts in order to solve these types of problems. So think about, remember we did this. What fact can we use to solve 8 times 30? We can use 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. And so since 8 times 30 is just one place value higher, we know that 8 times 30 is 240. Now wait a minute. Our original problem was actually, what is 8 times 31? So if 8 times 30 is 240, what do we need to add to 240 in order to actually answer our correct problem? Well, think back to when we talked about 8 groups of 31. At this point, we only have 8 groups of 30. So how many more do we have to add? We have to add one more group of 8. So our actual answer is 240 plus one more group, which is 248. All right, so the next problem we're going to work on is 49 times 20. So we think about this by saying to ourselves first, what can we get close to? Maybe it's an estimate of one of the numbers so that we have friendly numbers in order to solve. So 20 is already a friendly number, but 49 is not a friendly number. What friendly number do you think is close to 40 that we could use as an easier multiplication fact? Right, 50 times 20. Sorry, my cat is trying to be in part of this lesson with you guys today. So 50 times 20 is a much easier way of solving 49 times 20. So let's think to ourselves, what fact can we use to find 50 times 20? It's 5 times 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, which means that because 50 times 20 is 2 place values higher than that, we add 2 more zeros, and our answer is 1,000. But remember, our original problem said 49 times 20. So that means we have too much. We need to subtract some from 1,000. How much will we need to subtract? Think about it this way. If we have 49 groups of 20, right here we solved 50 groups of 20. So that means we need to subtract away 20 more, one more group of 20. And 1,000 minus 20 is 980. All right, so this next problem I want you to try to work on by yourselves. The next problem is 20 times 51. Remember, we're using the strategy of changing this expression to a friendly expression and then either adding or subtracting one group away. So, pause the video, solve the problem on your own, and when you're ready, replay the video and check your answer with me. Okay, so let's solve this one together. So 20 times 51 is not a very friendly expression. So I'm going to change this to something that I can do more easily. 20 is already a pretty friendly number, but 51 is not. So I'm going to change this expression to 20 times 50. We just did that one in our last problem, and we know 20 times 50 is 1,000 because 2 times 5 is 10, and we add 2 more zeros to show that it is 2 place values higher. But then we go back to our original problem and we can see that it wasn't 50, it was 51. So we take that 1,000 and we have to add one more group of 20. So 1,000 plus 20 is 1,020. All right, let's try another one. This one, our problem is going to be 101 times 12. I want you to pause the video and try to solve this one on your own. Even though it is 3 digits times 2 digits, it's the same exact process. Remember, we are thinking about a friendly fact that we can use to multiply these two numbers together and then either adding one or taking one away. So pause the video, solve this one on your own, and then replay when you're ready to check. Okay, so what I thought of automatically when I looked at this problem is that 101 could easily be changed to 100 because we worked for a really long time at the beginning of the school year on our multiples of tens. So we know right off the bat that 100 times 12 is 1,200. Oops, I got one extra zero there. Let me erase that one. 1,200 or 1,200. So then I think to myself, 100 times 12 is 1,200. Then 101 times 12 is 1,200 plus one more group of 12. So I just have to add 12 more. 1,200 plus 12 is 1,212. All right, for the last problem, we're going to do this one together because it is a little bit different than all the problems that we've been doing. And this one is 12 times 98. So write that problem down in your notebook. Okay, we're going to use the same process that we were just thinking of about using friendly facts in order to solve these problems. So I am thinking that we can change 98 to be a friendlier number, but we are going to have to move this one up 2 times. So instead of doing 12 groups of 99, because 99 is not a friendly number either, we're going to have to do 12 times 100. I keep wanting to put an extra 0 on there, whoopsies. So 12 times 100, we just did this one in the last problem. We know that this is 1,200 or 1,200. But now we have to think for a second. Our problem was 12 times 98. So in all of the other problems, what we've been doing is we've been either adding one more group or we've been subtracting one more group. In this problem, we increased 2 more groups of 12. We didn't just bump it up one more time, we bumped it up twice. So that means I have to take my 1,200 and add 2 groups of 12. What would 2 groups of 12 be? 12 plus 12, or 12 times 2. 12 times 2 is 24. So that means that I have to take my 1,200 plus 24, which is 1,224. All right, it is time for your problem set. So take out your math books and complete the lesson 4 problem set. Remember, for your homework tonight, you have to do the lesson 4 homework pages. I do want to say to you guys, when you go home tonight and do your homework, if your parents are trying to help you with your homework and they want to show you how to use the standard algorithm, that's okay. But you also need to remember that we are practicing this strategy for a reason. We will be getting to the standard algorithm in a few days, but for right now, I really want you practicing using the strategy that we used today. So if your parents try to teach you how to do that, it's okay, but you also need to practice this way as well. So remember as well that tomorrow I will be checking your planners first thing in the morning for signatures. Your business applications are due tomorrow, and also your Study Island pre-test is due tomorrow, along with your homework. So please make sure that you are getting all those things done tonight. Just because I'm not here today doesn't mean that I'm not expecting them first thing tomorrow morning. So please make sure that those are done. All right, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and good luck on your homework tonight.